but we don't realize what God had already given us. Do you guys realize what God did for Moses? What did he do for Moses? What did he give Moses that was new? After the first day, what did he give to Moses that was new? Et c'est bon Dieu qui te baille Moïse bâton? Now we're going to get into Bible study. You can have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. But stay close. What did God give Moses that was new after he called him? What did he give to him? What did he give him? What did God give? Talk, you got to talk with me. What did God give? What did God give to Moses that was new after he called him? Talk a little louder so we can hear you. Everybody can hear you. I'm sorry? Let, all right, the question's not clear? Okay, let me try to make it clear for you. Did God give Moses anything that he didn't already have? Did he give Moses a new camel? Did he give Moses a new car? What did he give Moses? Did he give Moses anything new? Did he give him a gun? What did he give Moses? Let me ask Brother Bruno. Did God give Moses anything? I didn't ask you if who he placed in his path. I asked you what did. All right. Before I ask you that question, this is the statement I made. And this is why you have to pay attention. Many times you asking God for what you think you don't have. He didn't give Moses that baton. All right, question. Let me continue. Many times you're asking God for something you feel that you're missing. And many times you don't realize that you already got everything that you need. The Bible shows us that everything that God's looking from you, he's only looking for one thing from you. He just wants a yes. He wants obeisance. He wants obedience. And he wants you, not my will, but your will, God. Open your Bible to Exodus chapter 4. Exodus chapter 4. And I just want to read verse 2. And that's a question I want to ask you tonight, and that's a question that I ask myself tonight. So let me answer the question that I asked. God did not physically give Moses anything. But God used what Moses already had. Moses, he asked Moses, and I read it for you. And the Lord said unto him, what is that in your hand? And he said, a rod. Exodus chapter 4, verse 2. Exodus chapter 4, verse 2. And the Lord said unto him, what is that in your hand? You can translate that. Go ahead. Verse 2. Exodus 4, verse 2. What do you have in your hand? Can somebody tell me what that rod signifies? Represente. Anybody? For Moses, what did that rod mean for Moses? It was a protection for him when he was watching the animal. Uh-huh. 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 Many times when you're in boot camp and things get a little hard, what do you start to think about? Okay. So I want you to understand this. Moses, he had a rod in his hand. First, the rod represents his past. The reason why I say that, my man was the prince of Egypt. How in the world did he get a stick in his hand? Because we know he killed someone. He became fugitive. And he ran away from Egypt. Now, he's a shepherd tending to sheep. So, he was the prince of Egypt, where he had everybody serving him. He was the man. Then he made a decision. And because of that decision, now he's in the desert and he's tending sheep. The stick represents who he was and then who he is right now. And the stick also represents what God is going to use to bring him to who he needs to be. What I'm trying to tell you, God is able to use exactly what you have in your hand right now. I know you've been praying for something new, because you told yourself, if God give me this, everything's going to be all right. And you think that God's going to have to create something new to do for you, to give to you in your life. But God, all God really wants from everybody here is obedience. Look at verse number 3. And God said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground. It became a serpent. And Moses ran away from it. Can somebody explain that to me? How many of you would run? Speak. How many of you would run? I'm going to tell you this. I'll be the first person to run. Again, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep coming back to this point. Use the mic. Because I want you guys to pay attention. The stick represent his past. How did I get here now? But now I'm talking to God, and God is showing me something new. But it's with what I already had. He said, throw it on the ground. And now it turns into a serpent. First, I look at it this way. God, when the time comes, God will show you what you have in your hand is more than what you think it is. Amen. I love that. Love that. Love that. Watch this. Gede moun, c'est les madame yo mouri. Some people is when they lose their wife. Then now they feel, oh my God, look, I had a good wife. Or when they lose their husband, now they feel, oh man, I had a good husband. Many times you don't understand what it is that you have in your hand. And human speaking, we make this mistake every day. Because I want what Brother Robinson have. And I want what Brother Bruno have. And I never give value to what I have. Everybody has something that is valuable. If God gave it to you, I'm telling you there's value in it. You have to start appreciating what God gave you. Even if you only had a one-bedroom apartment, you don't think it's valuable? Or do you rather be homeless outside? It doesn't matter what you got. But you have to know that what you have has value in it. This is Moses' first test. Verse 4. And God is teaching him to be obedient. The Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. You notice that the commander gives a command.